Yo everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review and showing you some swatches of the Lime Crime Highlight Angels palette. Now this is like the fifth in the highlight range that Lime Crime have released slowly over the past year, I'd say, and I have actually got all four of them. If you do a search on my channel, there is a review along with swatches of all the other four. Now I wasn't gonna get this because I was like, I don't know, do I need it? And then Cult Beauty, which is a UK beauty supply store, did 20% off recently of Lime Crime products. So I was like, it's a sign, get it. And I absolutely love it. I think it's gorgeous and it's excellent quality, and I'm really happy with this. So this is what it looks like on the inside. They're very pale, very soft pastel colors. And of course going with that whole angels theme, so very ethereal, very soft baby sort of colors. And I have used all three of them. I've used this in a tutorial as well, and I'm using some of this on my face today. On my brow bone, if you can see something really intense, it's this shade here, which is called Halo. And then I'm using this shade in the middle, which is called Heaven 24/7. I'm using that to highlight my face. And I have used this one here, which is called Celestial 2. Now it retails in the UK for £34, and I'm sure it'll be 38 or something dollars in the US. And let me just read to you off of their website, off of Cult Beauty's website, what the claims are for this palette. It says, utterly heavenly. Lime Crime sought after highlight angels is a trio of glimmering powders that will lend every skin tone a gorgeous angelic glow. Color adaptive, in brackets, so they're capable of complementing every complexion. Layer these shade shifting highlighters for the most intense strobe lit finish. The shades are white, iridescent, blah 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 blah. Anyway, we'll go into that in a minute. Anyway, so yes, glimmering powders. That's basically their way of saying this is glittery. It is very glittery. I used a fan brush when I applied it in my makeup tutorial, and when I went back into my house later on, I noticed that my arms were completely covered in little particles of glitter. My face had particles of glitter all over it, and there was literally nothing I could do about it, because it was one of those situations where, you know, when you've got like bits of other makeup on your face and you use like a translucent powder or something to wipe it off, all it did was blend it into my foundation, didn't wipe it off at all. So I would say using a fan brush is a no-no, because when you are flicking it backwards and forwards, you're also flicking the powder backwards and forwards. I would say that a small, much more dense brush is a lot better to apply it, and then to kind of pat it onto the cheeks and slowly blend it, rather than going like this, which is what I was doing by using a fan brush. It says that it's color adaptive, so it's capable of complementing every complexion. I would say definitely yes. I think that these shades are absolutely stunning. I love the fact that they're so duochrome and reflective in different ways. I think it's also one of those palettes where it will look very different on each and every skin tone. For example, if I was to apply this one here, Celestial, to my cheekbones, it may look a little bit off, but if you've got very deep skin, it will look absolutely stunningly amazing. And this shade here as well, oh my god, I was so shocked when I tried it, and I was like, how many different colors are they showing on my face? It's so intense. The colors are very pigmented. A little bit goes a really long way. If you're like me and you like to layer it up and have loads of highlight going on, then by all means go for it. In terms of whether or not it accentuates texture, I would say that it does a little bit. It doesn't do it as much as a lot of other glittery highlighters do. Bear in mind, I have got textured skin and I have applied it very heavily. What do you guys think? I mean, you can see for yourselves, it's a very HD camera. This is a Canon 80D HD, in your face, shows things up that the naked eye can't even see. So sometimes when I look back at my videos and I'm like, where did that come from? I can't see it in the mirror. That kind of thing. To touch it, it's got a very buttery kind of texture. It's very easy to kind of pick up onto a brush and then apply to your face. I love the fact that it's very multifunctional as well. Like I said, I've used this shade here to apply it to my eyes, and then I've used other shades on other parts of my face as well. So I definitely think it is one of those highlighter palettes that will definitely flatter a lot of skin tones. Now I know this is not a new product, it's been out for a little while. Like I said, I only bought it because I was able to get it on offer. I would think that a lot of people that are probably going to get that new Dream, is it called Dream Kit or Dream something, Dream whatever, from Anastasia Beverly Hills, may find that some of these shades are similar to those kind of ones. The only difference is that one has got 6 shades in it, but this kind of goes hand in hand with those kind of color reflecting shades, duochrome shades, depending on which way the light hits you is how it will show up on your face. So overall, I would give this a 9 out of 10. And the reason I don't give it a 10 is because of the fact that the glitter literally goes everywhere. All over your clothes, all over your hair, all over your body, everywhere. You have to be so careful. This is a very messy kind of palette, which some people may not like, especially if you're trying to control exactly where the product goes. You will find that if you don't use it like very kind of carefully, it will transfer into other places and there's nothing you can do to remove it. So I'm just going to show you what this looks like up close now and show you some swatches. This is what the palette itself looks like, very reflective with that kind of baby pinky, baby blue look to it, in a standard cardboard box like all of the highlight palettes. And then you open it up and then these are what the shades look like inside. They're very large palettes and they will last you a very long time. So this first shade here is called Halo, and this one is definitely my favorite shade out of all of them. It's got so many different colors in it that if you see the way the light hits it, it shows up so differently. It shows up with pink, gold and green in it. On my cheekbones when I applied it, I definitely found more of a green that came out of it. It might have something to do with the fact that I've got very yellow undertones. So that's something to bear in mind for if you have medium skin tones with yellow undertones, it'll show up slightly more greenish on your skin. But then funnily enough, on my brow bone, it shows up kind of pink. Weird, eh? This one in the middle is called Heaven 24/7. Now the weird thing about this shade is that if you saw obviously in the pan a second ago, it shows up very pinkish looking. But then look at how it is swatched. The complete opposite, right? It's a very iridescent whitish sort of shade. I'm using this to highlight my cheekbones today, but I just don't want you guys to think that the way that it appears in the pan is the same way as it would appear on your skin tone. And then last but not least is this shade here called Celestial. Another absolutely gorgeous shade. A very kind of pale bluish lilac-y sort of shade. And it looks absolutely stunning on the eyes especially. But if you've got really deep skin, oh my god, I'm so jealous, because this will look amazing on your face, like as in on your cheekbones. So here's what it looks like from a distance. That's a song, isn't it? From a distance. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, here's what it looks like. I love it. I think it's gorgeous. I love the fact that it's so buttery soft. Did you see the way that it just looks like it's glided on? This is one finger swatch, by the way. I did not have to layer it more than that. Yes, it is glittery. However, I find that the texture complements the skin a lot better than, for example, Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kits, which have got the glitteriness in them, but because of the texture of it, it really does accentuate pores rather than fill them in. I find that because this has got a much more buttery texture, it kind of fills in the textured bits, and then the glitteriness kind of sits on top, so it really gives a really beautiful and flattering metallic shine. So that's it for my review, very quick review and swatches of the Highlight Angels palette from Lime Crime. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.